First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Aaron Jones
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
And they show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down now, it's Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On third down, Love. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. He's back to throw here to start the drive. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Jack. Hey, switch gears. 66,
Haskins will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 40.
Love going to give this one to Jones. 20. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. It's 11. 36 yards on the play. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
First down, Packers.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On the counter, here's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The throw over the middle, taken in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going to wind up in air, and this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play fake. Here's Love. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Deron Payne coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Looking deep for Adams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some in midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. A big run there. 29 yards and a 1st.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3rd and 7.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now it's Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. The 30.
Prime time, baby.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Packers 10, Washington 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. 36.
Here's Haskins. And this one's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it'll be 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain
for Green Bay.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Check 26, check 26.
Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, D.
Throwing again. Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
A 4-yard
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Green Bay.
Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good. Now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Coming to you.
Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Zadarius Smith on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up
the Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 36.
Play action. Haskins. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets Tel Aviv. 51's to Mike. 51's to Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Haskins going to throw again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And a Packer first down.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
47's the mic. Tighten up. Pull it together. Both 7.
Love from the gun. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
The first down pass. Intercepted. They'll take
out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of...
Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
42's the move. 42's the mic.
On first down, it's Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down. Check.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. That's complete. Okuebuna. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Made at the 38-yard
well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action. Love to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
On second and 15 now. Haskins going up, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Albert O with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Oh, look at this. They're not even going to get the 2-point play off. Maybe too much indecision. It's going to cost them 5 yards. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score.
Makes the score Packers 16, Washington 14.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. To throw again. Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Green Bay.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Throwing. Love. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A gain of 29
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Love now on 2nd down. They go screen with Dillon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On for the field goal, a 49-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Dwayne Haskins.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
36 to Mike.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Washington on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here's Haskins to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Tucker McCann on for the field goal.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
No good.
Boy, so a chance to take the lead here in this 4th quarter, but he couldn't get this one on target.
Everything looked good. The snap, the hold, even the distance. The only thing off, the most important part, the accuracy.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards.
1st down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he stopped immediately there.
A.J. Dillon.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun. Love. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Deron Payne able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.